were facing challenges in terms of art materials. And a lot of us were improvising and works were cracking and so on. Then, he came and he said, look, this is what I want to do. What do you think? And I said, look, if you can sustain it, we'll be so happy. Because it's one thing for the artist to have ideas in his head. What if he doesn't have materials to work with?
We take a peek to see what this gallery has up its sleeves. And treasures they have in store.
Well, there are actually 5 artists showcasing different kinds of work. Some are abstract work, and you have the likes of Fidel Onyego, then you have the likes of PT2, then of course Tina and Victoria, then Jefferson Jonathan, showcasing a pastel work. We have the one with cast iron work, and of course, what have you. So they're actually, and these are people who we have looked at and said, fine, upcoming artists, they're there, with great materials, with depth of art in their own style, showcasing. We decided to shortlist these people to showcase their work and for people to actually appreciate that it's not just about the regular renowned artists, but there's some people out there that are doing something marvelous,
which are already attracting some art enthusiasts.
Studio, where programs and exhibitions, lectures, and also workshops can actually take place here in AB Atoll.
For a country which needs to sustain her art consciousness, what else can we say? The more, the merrier.
Born in 1903 in Okigbo, Ondo State, northwest Nigeria, he was a teacher and the author who pioneered the use of Yoruba language in novels.
Going back to the Nike Art Gallery was like a homecoming. We almost got caught up with the process of creating designs on the Adire fabric with the Olori of Ugidi Ijumu in Kogi State, Nike's birthplace, hard at work. The inquisitive Janet smiles behind her beadworks. The materials that are the major ingredients that create the lovelies, and the others that have been left out to dry. But that was not the reason why we are here. Behind these walls lay the famous 5. Their mission is not to uncover some mysterious finds, it's to show the expressions which they are really passionate about.
I've been working for like 10 years now, but professionally since 2006. I studied mass communication. I'm a self-trained artist, but I've been painting since 2001 while I entered the university, And because in school, most of my leisure time, I use it to paint. I rather paint than sit down with my friends, chatting and all that. So That's how it started.
If I'm looking at a particular thing, as in a color, 1,000 colors can come out of that particular colors. If I'm looking at white, that means I need to see dark, I need to see browns, I need to see grayish. White will give me a lot of grayish colors, and that's why I need to come about those things. I don't just put this thing is gray and I put it in gray color, or this thing is white and I put it in white. I need to come up with every colors that will make this thing appealing and presentable.
I started my art when I was very young. So that was the time I started saying things that are not visual. I draw and I make them visual. So I gain parental support because they see, when they see my work, they feel as if, whoa, this is nice and all these things. They started encouraging me buying materials or whatever, and I practice more.
Art made life to me. It made everything, because that is when I feel good. I feel myself. I'm always free when I'm working, when I'm happy. I might not be in good mood doing some other things, but while I'm painting, I'm doing anything that concerns art. But I like dancing also, so it's part of art, and so I feel good. Art makes me feel like
They are as young as they are determined. Thankfully, they found a safe haven and a mentor in the woman with the magic hands, Nike Davis Okundaye, who always inspires them to take one step bigger than they would have only imagined.
I worked on very large works, most especially at a particular time. I did most of these works last year, but I was seriously influenced into it by Mommy Nike. Yeah, because he saw the potential in me. She saw the potential in me, and she felt you could do it. Why don't you think about doing a massive works, especially on a painting like this that needs to tell stories about old Oshodi and new Oshodi. So, and that was what brought about this massive works. I have about 2 of it. You could see them beside each other. After finishing our work like this, we look for a professional framer. And because they are professional in their aspect, in their area also, they come up with suggestions. We share that together, and then this frame was particularly brought about by Mommy Nike. She said she wants something that will suit the work, that will represent and the framer was awesome. He was able to bring about one powerful frame that will complete the work in the real sense.
Their friendship is a bond that in one way or the other has helped them in climbing their artistic ladder. Laced with a few similarities with the issues they document, like the Oshodi fever, the old scenario that comes with color and rush is showcased, but their techniques are as different as night and day.
I discovered that this particular issue that we have is no longer, it's not what we have these days. So I tried as much as portraying this so that this will serve as a story, as a kind of story for the generation that are not in, people that were not there when Oshodi was like this. Now, this will teach them,